middle-aged military man.
Hello.
But you now know them. Hello,
Sonny.
Welcome.
What's this I hear about a drinking competition?
Yes. So Valoran has challenged you, Sonny Wukong, to a drinking contest, and I look forward to this immensely.
Although I do encourage you to actually drink with me in real life as well.
Drink
I
responsibly. I,
don't know,
thought you were
Adam,
going to say.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but the drunker you get in real life to play Sonny, the more advantages I will afford to Sonny.
Oh, what?
Nice.
Dang.
I need to be more
Because
honest
that's
about my
what-
drinking
boys,
habits, then, don't
That's
I?
what we call character work. Okay?
I'd like to switch classes.
Drunken monk, please. No, you're in a frat. You get it enough. You need some other outlet.
Yeah.
It's just shit on frats day, and it's fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. I've been getting a lot lately.
Oh.
Poor Trevor. So, go on then.
So how do we?
The floor is yours.
Fancy a drink?
Sonny, I challenge you to a competition, a drinking competition.
Are you sure?
I am positive. There's nothing else better to do on this ship than to drink.
I just checked my diary for a second and check it's not my birthday.
Is it?
No, it's not. Is this a trick?
This is not. I think I can outdrink you.
Okay, and before you've finished that sentence, Sonny's got 4 drinks in front of you already.
Where is this taking place? Where on the ship are you?
I'd say the deck.
On the top deck.
On the top deck.
Nice.
So you see some of the crew are starting to like look over. The Mr. Tarquam is keeping watch while the captain's off duty, and he is looking at you with extreme disapproval. But some of the younger crew are taking an interest.
I'll go get the first aid kit.
So, should we define the rules of this competition?
Yes.
So, how will you know you've won?
Either you refuse to drink or you throw up your drink. If either those happen, you lose, and the other person wins.
He's speechless.
Yeah, or he's disconnected.
Either that or he's died and gone to heaven.
Yeah. Oh, gameplay chat. Lost audio. Oh.
Back now. Back now.
What? Oh, back now.
Really speechless.
I was, unconscious already. All I heard was, I think it was either you refuse to drink, and then my audio cut out.
Yeah, you refuse to drink or you throw up your drink.
Okay.
We're going. We're
Does
drinking a lot.
Adam have to drink twice because with Rehu there's 2 of us.
I don't think that counts as 2 people.
There's 2 people, isn't it?
One body.
One body.
No, it's still 2 people. I think you should have to double every drink.
Wait,
Baylor comes back with the first aid kit and just skills at Jordan.
I'm not even there. I'm downstairs doing stuff.
Okay, well I'd skill.
So,
When
get
John disapproves of something, you scowl anyway.
Yes.
game mechanic wise, Alex, how do you want to do this?
The last time we did a drinking contest, you just did constitution contests against each other, and you had preset a defined number of when you expected to win or lose. You know what I'm going to do is Google 5e drinking contest.
Yeah. There must be, yeah.
Drinking contest.
Surely there's
Thanks,
a good way to
Reddit.
do it.
My D&D groups always seem to involve themselves in a drinking. You can take. So here's what this guy says. See if we like it. You can take as many drinks, which is equal to 2 times your Constitution modifier before you get drunk. Then you have to make Constitution saving throws. You make Constitution saving throws for each drink you drink over your limit, and the save is 10 plus the number of drinks you are over your limit. First to lose 3 checks passes out. I like that.
Okay, so if my
Let's do that.
Constitution
So your
modifier,
Constitution modifier is.
yeah,
Mine's-
mine's 2.
Yeah, so's mine.
4.
So four,
Okay, so
four
you're-
drinks
so
down.
You both get drunk at the same time. Now you each have to make Constitution saving throws. So basically, we're going to start at 10. The save DC is 10. Start making saving throws against each other and increase the DC by 1 each time until the first person loses 3 times.
Okay.
Don't you love how all of these fabulous experiences can be boiled down to maths? Cold maths.
I failed on the first roll, so Sonny's all talk and no action.
All fart.
All right, so I passed.
So Sonny's down.
Well, no, you have to lose 3. Sonny.
Oh, I get you. Sorry.
Yeah. So
now it's on 11.
Yep.
Failed that one.
Right, go again. DC 12.
Passed that one. Where are you up to, Trevor?
Good fail. Oh, is it like a death saving throw? Does that mean you failed twice?
Oh God! Wow.
I don't. That's up to you, Alex. Wait, Sonny, how many have you tossed?
I failed 2. Succeeded on 1.
Okay, so
I'm gonna say we're gonna make this more interesting. Yes.
Counts as 2.
It counts as 2.
Ooh. All right, so we're on the final one. No!
Oh, wait for it. So I need to get 14, don't I, on this one, I think. 30.
So you...
Okay. Oh, so we both fail?
So here's what I think happens. Everyone on the ship that is under the age of 30 is crowded around you watching.
Hello? What do I need to get on this one? 13, don't I? Get in, natural 20!
No, he hadn't rolled yet. That's what it was.
I thought you
He was
rolled
saying
the
DC was 13.
Natural 20. Sonny pulls it out the bag. All right, Sonny, the floor is yours. What happens? Break us off a piece.
Hello?
Yep, Sonny.
Yeah.
So do you hear that? I got a natural 20.
Yes, you got a 20. You win.
Got that.
So describe what happens.
As I see Valarin starting to wobble and his eyes rolling back, I pull out a pot of salt and a lemon, and I snort the salt, rub the lemon in my eye, and drink the final drink.
The crew cheer wildly, the younger crew that were near you, the 4 or 5 people that crowded around to watch, are clapping you on the back. If this was a video game, you would get plus influence to the younger crew and minus influence to the establishment. Valarin, make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh. Alright, so let's see. Oh. 17.
Nice.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's the
I only see
disadvantage.
18.
Oh, one above it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
this.
the one. Yeah, there's
All
2.
right. Yeah, you're
17,
okay.
18.
You stumble wildly and collapse on the deck of the ship, snoring peacefully.
I would like to say that I collapsed with a smile on my face.
And Sonny brings over a blanket and then says, "Sleep tight, my friend. Sleep tight." I love how my dice worked out there, because the first 2 were really low fails, just like a good shark always does. He's like, "Oh, I'm not very good at this game." Natural 20 to end on. Genius.
You definitely shocked that.
I think you barely won. In my notes, I put barely lost to Sonny. So
that'll be in the recap. Mr. Tarquam comes over to you, Sonny, and it looks like there's 2 of them, but there's only one. And he points to Valarin and he says, "I'll ask you to take that man below, as this is an active deck. It's also very cold."
Aye, aye, Captain.
Not quite.
No.
Like no.
He resumes his duties.
So I'll help Valarin.
Very good.
Damn.
You tuck Valarin into bed.
Yep.
With his little amigo there next to him that he can throw up into. Very
Hey,
good.
I passed my dexterity saving throw, not
Yeah,
throwing
you-
up.
That's not what that was.
Oh God.
You snore peacefully, Valoran, and wake up the next morning with an absolutely wicked hangover.
Thalar, how do I get rid of this?
I cannot cure stupid, lad.
Then I shall go back to bed.
I think that would be best.
Let me know if something happens.
Sure. Sleep tight.
Sonny offers you some hair of the dog. It's the only solution in my book.
I would take it.
Just to be clear, it's not alcohol. He's literally giving you a bag of dog hair.
I will eat it.
Oh God.
I don't know how to work with it.
Listen, lad. I can cure that stupid, but I'm not going to.
You're the worst healer this ship has seen.
Can I just point out at this point that Thalar's character sheet has changed to say that he's neutral good now.
That's it. No, dear. He's slipping.
He's slipped from lawful to neutral good.
Okay, noted. So noted. Strong, stocky, and neutral.
Yep.
So, a couple days pass, and you cruise high at about 10,000 feet. It is biting cold. It is 5 degrees below in Celsius, which is 23 degrees Fahrenheit, Trevor. And
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. And you see the shoreline beginning to come into view as you have completed your ocean voyage. There is a quick pipe. You hear a quick pipe from the top deck. And as you emerge to have a look, this is either later that day or the next day, Valoran, so you're okay. You see Captain Pequod, who emerges in a long cloak from her cabin. Her hands are covered in quite well-fitting white gloves, and the breath that she exhales is quickly blown back by the buffeting winds. She pulls out a bronze spyglass, and she points it at the horizon in front of the ship. And then she repeats the gesture on the other side to get a bead on what's going on. And then she turns, and she calls to one of the crew. Mr. Sailbeck, please raise the flags. Miss Inari, please reduce our speed to 1/4 and keep us on this heading. We will be shortly intercepted. And true to her word, an airship slightly larger than your own emerges from behind a cloud about a mile away. What it lacks in sheer size, it makes up for in raw firepower, as it has 2 levels of guns bristling from either side like the quills of a porcupine, easily visible in the afternoon light. A flash and a plume of smoke from the front of the ship, and about 5 seconds later, the quiet rumble of the cannon's fire emerges from the vessel. Mr. Tarquam, please return the greeting. And the chief mate rushes over and touches a lit flint to one of the forward cannons, preloaded with a charge, but no cannonball. It booms loudly, shattering the afternoon tranquility. Mr. Selbeck, please signal to the ship behind our heading and our intentions. Selbeck, who is the other pilot, a short 30-something man with ruddy skin and ginger hair, produces a small device and aligns it with the sun. He then, pulling a small lever on the device, flashes out a code to the ship. The captain glances over his shoulder with a spyglass, and her lips move as she reads the reply. Very good. Right, the Plostrian Sky Service will shortly intercept us and inspect our cargo before we are permitted to continue through the airspace. This is extremely routine, so no need to worry. Over the course of the next 20 minutes or so, the larger
When I
ship...
first heard the cannon, Alex, I ran up on deck and got a fireball ready. But seeing that everything was alright, I didn't fire it.
Very good. Do you look sheepish?
No, I looked determined.
Okay.
He never looks sheepish.
First time for everything.
Ask Helena if she wants me to do anything.
She's a bit busy. Do you shout up at her?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go up to wherever she is.
Oh, she's up on the quarterdeck. She's next to the she's like
Well, that's
communicating.
where I'll run up to.
Yeah.
And I'll say, do you need me to... is everything okay?
Quite all right. Thank you very much. The customs officers will shortly be intercepting us, and they will conduct a routine inspection of the ship, and then we'll be permitted to continue on.
Very well. Okay.
True to her word. Oh yeah, go ahead.
So just a quick question: are we in Plostry or?
You are now, you are now over the shores of Plostry.
Okay, I was trying to figure out where we are on the map.
Where are we heading?
Malima, I think.
Well remembered.
Because that's one thing I didn't pick up, and I was like,
Yeah.
where the hell are we going?
You had
Going to the desert.
so you, Valoran, you are roughly where that river delta is, where that inlet of the bay is.
Okay, yep, I see where you're talking about.
So that's roughly your position, and you can see the river delta from the ship because you are pretty high up. The larger ship approaches, and eventually it pulls alongside. It's older looking, not ratty or in disarray, but well worn, like the handle of a wooden spoon shined with age and use. The bow of the ship proclaims white painted letters, PSS Millworth. Captain Pequod and Mr. Tarquam stand at the railing of the main deck, while a wooden plank with rope rails bridges the distance between the two ships. Ropes are cast out fore and aft, and caught by rigging's workers who work quickly to lash the two ships together. Once all is made ready, an officer in a crisp white uniform makes his way down the gangplank, followed by a second. The one in the front is a distinguished-looking dwarf, with a finely kept beard and short hair beneath his military cap. He wears several medals, and his hands are clasped behind his back as he walks with ramrod straight posture and unwavering confidence down the rollicking and roiling plank. His companion, a younger half-elf man with Rashami features, has less luck and has to catch himself once or twice to steady his crossing. He holds a clipboard. Good God! Helena Pequod! Can it really be you? Aloysius Myers, are you still alive? And they both laugh heartily, and they salute. My second mate, Mr. Aaron Unalana, who will be conducting all of the formality. My first mate, Mr. Alan Tarquam, who will be doing the same. Mr. Tarquam, can you please show Mr. Unalana to the study and complete the necessary paperwork? Tarquam salutes and says, Aye, ma'am. And swiftly ushers the half-elf into the study and shuts the door after entering himself. May I also introduce the owners of the Devil's Demise, Mr. Aldeatok, Mr. Dawnbringer, Mr. Wukong, and Mr. Jornan. Gentlemen, this is Aloysius Myers, captain of the PSS Millworth, and a long-time friend of mine from the service.
Alex, I'm not there. I'm down below, back in my room. When she said it was fine, I'd left. So
Did you go? Oh, fine. Well, then ignore that.
Sailor doffs his head. You can't doff your head. You know what I mean.
His whole head.
Like, boom, boom. Yeah, done.
Captain Myers gives everyone a nod. How do you do? And Pequod says, Myers, would you like a drink? Please do join us below decks while the mates play with their paperwork and their boxes. Gentlemen, you're very welcome to join us as well.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Yes, I think we shall.
How does Valoran feel about that?
I'm glad you asked. Valoran smells the alcohol and just almost barfs.
No,
He just has a face of disgust.
Good. So below decks, you go to the seating area outside the dining room, where Myers takes off his hat and he sits in a comfortable chair. Pequod produces some small, fine glasses and a bottle of whiskey, and she pours everybody a glass, including Valoran, and holds up her glass and toasts, and she says, "To the service."
To the service.
And everybody clinks glasses and drinks. And
I would just like to point out that when everyone's drinking their glass, I'll just kind of pour mine out to the side.
Where?
I was just saying, you're gonna get our boat dirty.
It's just on the boat. I don't care.
Our airboat.
Our airship.
Yes, that airship is what I meant to say.
Yeah, you made me say boat.
Airboat. Well, now it's damp.
Only in a small place. I'll clean it up.
You better. Sorry, where were we?
You are having a drink with Captain Pequod and her friend, the dwarf.
Yes. So, I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. What was your name again, sir?
Myers, Captain Myers.
Captain Myers. Where do you hail from?
I'm from Plostry, of course.
Well, I suppose that would make sense, wouldn't it? I've never visited. Is there anything we should be seeing while we're here? Anything we should be doing while we're here?
Well,
Or
and he looks
passing
at
over. Mm-hmm.
yeah, he looks at Pequod and he says, "I don't know that you'll have much up
Shit.
if I understand you correctly."
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Pequod smiles into her drink.
Sorry. I've been dealing with these people. Sunny here, Valoran here. You know, if you knew them, you'd know what I feel right now. I do apologize. Anything? Do you know Dimeribos?
Yes, I've been there a few times on leave and for various campaigns.
Okay. Now, what about Dimeribos? What do you know about Dimeribos, sir?
It's very large and not terribly interesting. There's lots of farms.
Well, farms are noble.
I spent a lovely long weekend once. Ran into a spot of bother with some pirates, but that's to be expected. And then I came home. Yes. Why are you planning a trip? I thought you were going to Melima. That's what your paperwork says.
Shit, so does. Oh my god, me and the names. So I'm just gonna I'll go refill my drink. I'll be back soon. I leave.
And he looks at Valoran. So, what do you do?
I am, I guess, the bodyguard for all these people.
Do they often require guarding?
We are an adventuring group, so we go out and adventure, and oftentimes there are needs for my skills.
Well, they're alive, so that's a testament to your credit. Cheers.
Cheers to that. And I will try to finish whatever is remaining in my glass.
The last little.
Oh, that noise in my headphones.
Sorry.
Bad ASMR. Bad ASMR.
He's secretly a cleric of a great old. No, he's just a dwarf.
Yes.
Yes, and you spend some time drinking. I would say laughing, but it seems to be more of an awkward silence. And eventually, you hear a noise coming from upstairs, and two mates, Tarquam and Unalana, come down the stairs, and they each give a quick salute. And Unalana has his hat tucked under his arm next to his clipboard. They descend down into the hold below and emerge 15 minutes later. And the young man says, "We're all done here, Captain. We're ready to go when you're finished. I'll wait on board the Millworth." And the dwarf says, "Very good, Unalana. Dismissed." And he goes. I do like that boy, but I do admire Mr. Tarquam more, Helena. Is he considering a change of career? And they begin to discuss their various staffing issues, and it is not terribly interesting. What's Sonny doing? I imagine he must be wasted by now.
Oh, Sonny's sampled everything that going, and he just likes to kind of record things in his mind. He just enjoys life, so he's listening to all this banter and just probably smiling from ear to ear. He's in his element.
Very good. You finish your drinks, and eventually they're on the Captain Myers is on his way. You walk back up onto the top deck, and Myers gives a very formal salute to Pequod, who returns it, and then he retreats up the gangplank. The ropes are thrown off, and the two ships drift apart. The Millworth slips back into the wind and floats away silently until it disappears from view behind a cloud just a few minutes later. Now, the changing of the weather had kept a fair bit of the winter from Inisti for some time, but no such fortune had been had by the mainland. The main world is in deep, deep winter, and almost all of the countryside in Plostry is white, unbroken snow, separated only by rivers, forests, and the occasional town. Over the next day or so, the mountains defining the borders of Plostry loom over the horizon and into view, like so many jagged teeth jutting from the jaws of the earth. As the ship glides towards a noticeable gap in the high mountains, other airships also come into view. Most are smaller, like the Devil's Demise, and some are practically tiny. But the most immediately noticeable are enormous craft, hundreds of feet long with multiple balloons and occasionally propellers, helping to keep them aloft. Reminiscent of giant sky whales, they gracefully lumber through the air, many with elaborate sail systems, which Pequod takes the time to explain are the most cost-effective, rather than expensive magical engines, which are prone to malfunction. The captain is at the quarterdeck with Mr. Selbeck again, and her spyglass darts from point to point. Occasionally she'll bark out an order to relay a message by the same flashing light contraption from earlier. Mr. Selbeck, relay to PS Intrepid, bearing 339, Karam 294. Message reads, acknowledged. Helms to lee and reduce speed by half. Will comply and follow. Message ends. Mr. Selbeck, the Sophie, if you please. 291, Karam 093. Message reads, following Intrepid at range of 3 miles. Maintain visual separation and follow at flight level 095. Message ends. Using these methods, and quickly coordinated messages, which are relayed to the pilot and to the other ships, the Devil's Demise angles, slows, descends, and neatly slots into a place behind a larger two-ballooned ship, which, while a ship roughly the same size as your own, though of clearly different make, follows at a good distance behind. Silently, the ships travel together like a mother duck and duck through to the other side of the pass. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a sword, and eyes are darting everywhere. The captain is outwardly composed and seems perfectly collected, but even her eyes glance upwards from time to time, scanning the sky. Given the nature of the pass's walls and the valley floor, you note that it forms a perfect channel for attack with few opportunities for escape, recalling Captain Pequod's earlier advice. Everyone visibly relaxes when a large gunship from Ilatatawa and 3 smaller and faster sky skiffs pass overhead, casting a shadow on the already darkened deck, providing a measure of security to the merchants below. The speed picks up once you are clear of the pass, and the Devil's Demise quickly overtakes the larger and more heavily laden ship. The mirage of a city is visible in the distance, but the ship turns away and heads along the mountains, hugging the safety of the sheer cliffs. One peak stands in front of the rest, shorter but distinct against the sloping foothills. Other airships can be seen sliding into a queue on either side of the approach, as each narrows into a funnel pointed toward the peak ahead. As you approach yourselves, you notice a road wending its way up to the peak, slipping into a large hole in the side of the slope. It grows the closer you get, with the road extending from it like a tongue. You sidle through the open mouth comfortably, and pass through a portal 300 feet high and 150 feet wide in a single file line with the other ships, a decent berth between you. After about 1,000 feet, the man-made tunnel widens into a natural cavern, which has been outfitted with docks, hung from the walls and roped around stalagmites, the expanse ablaze with torchlight. Docking takes only a few minutes, coordinated by the signal lights flashed in coded sequence from a wide, hanging platform just inside the entrance. The same flurry of activity takes place in reverse as the departure, and after a short time, the gangplank is in place, and a portly Elven Port Authority worker is waiting for Captain Pequod. Pequod turns to you and says, if you should need me during your stay here, you will be able to find me. Mr. Tarquam, Miss Inari, and our other pilot, Mr. Finn, will be at the Saggy Balloon on the western side of the port. I will be spending several days in Melima, arranging the payment for our current jobs. Do you have any idea about our next port of call or the length of our stay?
Not quite yet, no.
Very well, very well. With your permission, I can begin to organize closest in Melima. So long as you aren't going anywhere, there should be no reason to not make sure the Devil's Demise is not in use. As mentioned, you can call on me at the Saggy Balloon when you know more. I'll be making social calls in the interim.
Very well. I guess we'll see you when we see you.
She nods and descends the gangplank to begin speaking to the portly Elven Port Authority worker standing on the dock, and they begin to fill out forms.
I can't tell if that's meant to be a pun because he's portly at a port, or or just a coincidence.
Perhaps subconsciously.
Yeah.
Right, chaps, welcome to Melima.
Okay, Josh speaking, not Thaler. I don't know why we're here. I'm not.
Trevor,
I've
do you remember what?
Why we came to Malima? It was close to the desert.
Yeah. Why else, Trevor? Why else are you there?
To find a guide who can guide us through the desert.
No, no, Trevor. That's why Jordan's there. Why are you there?
Oh God, we just follow him around. I mean,
Jordan was given a mission by the master of the pavilion to go and do some.
I'm going to the pavilion of Malima to find information about the desert layer of. It wasn't Serme again, was it?
It's the ancient.
It's
an
a royal
ancient
palace.
Sign of power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe either he was based or someone was based
Oh, sorry.
under the
Excuse me.
Malima of under the
That-
desert of Demerios.
That's all
why
quite right. Yes, but that's not why Trevor is in Malima. Trevor has another mission.
Wait, I thought that was down in Minera, or
Nope. 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 Nope.
so the who was it again that she was marrying? I know
The
it's something.
son of the Duke of Malima.
Ooh,
oh,
that's right. And
Adventure.
Valinetta asked me to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're here to kill the son of the Archduke of Malima.
Jesus wept. You went
I
straight-
mean,
That
well,
might be it. That might be it after.
right. We need to stop the. Well, fucking gotta kill him. Okay. Well, here we go.
Too far.
I mean, Taylor's alignment dropped, but it didn't drop that much, man.
I think my alignment's dropping a little bit.
What are you supposed to be?
I'm supposed to be neutral.
And that's, I mean,
True neutral.
like
Ye-
neutral.
Yeah, just like neutral.
Okay.
So I mean,
I guess from time to time that would have to be.
no,
neutral.
yeah, I've been thinking
That's like
about
chaotic,
it,
though.
I was like, I don't know if I align with that anymore.
Well, alignment's changed.
Think about it. At the end of the sky pier that you are moored against, a path hewn from the living rock has signs which point down a staircase to a gathering area where a line of carts await the arrivals to the port. They are paid for by the port fees charged and advertise a regular service to the center of the city. You descend the stairs with a small pack and the promise by the crew that your things will be sent for once you've secured permanent accommodation or at least a tavern to stay in. Your trunks and things like that. You board onto a wagon and it creaks and rattles as it heads out of the same cave that the airships enter through. And as the cold wind whips through the opening, artificially sped by the tunnel, the party watches different styles of sloops and barks glide overhead. Once free of the tunnel's mouth, the wind dies to a leisurely pace, and the day is sunny. The blinding sun reflecting off the snow hurts your eyes, especially Thalar because he has dark vision. But you can see the sweeping valley that leads down to the outer walls of the city of Malima. You also notice that there isn't any wilderness as far as the eye can see. Everything is snowed over, but the small walls and houses, as well as narrow roads which cut through the hillsides and country as you trundle to town, show that every arable inch of land has been claimed and is in use. The cart makes it through the gates of the city with ease, waved through by the local city guards, and passes through residential areas before arriving in the main town market square, a bustling hive of energetic trading at least 3 times the size of the biggest market you saw in Baston. Beautiful old buildings with exposed beams and thatched roofs line the huge square, and in the center stands an ancient-looking clock tower with a large mechanical clock denoting the time. The cart driver tips his hat to you before turning his horse back the way he came and collecting a few passengers heading to the docks, in line with several others in the rank, doing the exact same thing. Welcome to the city of Malima.
Ah. Well, this is nice. I want to go look at the clock tower.
Yep, so you saunter over to the clock tower. It is got a big clock on it. So it's in the center. It's not connected really to any building. It is sort of straight up and down clock tower. It looks quite old. It's got sort of gothic look to the way that it's been constructed out of a mix of gray stone and red brick. It's got a couple windows in it, and looks like some small rooms adjoined towards maybe the first or second floors. And then it smoothly slopes upwards. It's probably 150 feet tall, and there is a large clock on all four sides and a small domed roof.
Can I, like, just for the sake of it, because I've never used it, make a stone cunning roll?
A stone cutting roll.
Stone cunning. Advantage on stone-related history checks.
Advantage on stone.
Stone-related history checks for dwarves.
Okay, fuck yeah. You roll your stone-related history check.
It's been sitting at the bottom of my features and traits bit, and I've never used it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a look at this fucking clock. Okay, so yeah. Well, 16.
You are able to tell that it is made of a mix of grey stone and brick.
Thanks.
You reckon by the technique of the stone cutting, what you've heard tell of, and the primitive, in your dwarven estimation, the primitive stone cutting techniques, you reckon it's at least 400 years old, if not more, and was probably erected by humans and not dwarves or gnomes who would have a better understanding of rock.
Of course. Ah, well, thank you. I can tick that off my list and never use that again. That was nice. Okay, that's fine. It's just a nice clock tower, guys. What do you want to do? I'm happy to stay and look at the clock tower, but we might want to do something.
What else are we in Melima for?
I'm gonna hope that was in character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're here to help Jornan. I mean, well, you can do your own thing, but if murder is at the top of your goal, you can count me out.
Well, I was thinking murder would be the last resort.
Certainly not what it sounded like. Okay.
Then you need to say murder last, not first choice murder.
Yes, you don't.
Not
yeah,
you're not. Well, then I gotta kill him.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the first thing that comes to my mind. Doesn't mean that's the first action I'm going to do.
This is
Okay.
what worries us, though, because it seems to be the first thing that's coming to you.
Look, I was trained to kill for like 10 years. Since I was 6 or 7 years old.
Warriors, not innocent people. You were trained to kill your opponent. Not people off the
Technically,
street.
he
I
is
was-
my
He
opponent.
Yeah.
rather is Valoran's opponent.
Yeah.
He has a difference of opinions to you.
A difference of woman.
Vagina.
Wow. Yeah. It's very specific. This is not written in the history books of Melima.
Bastin.
No,
Oh, Bastin, sorry. Yeah.
no advantage on stone cutting. He's going to get you that information.
Oh God, I hope not. Jesus.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. So yeah, Jordan, what are you doing?
Well, I will visit the master of the pavilion in a bit, but we'll do Trevor's thing.
All right. Okay. So we have to find I forgot the title. The Archduke of.
Archduke of Melima's
Oh,
son.
Oh, his son. Okay, I was going to say surely the Archduke might be a little bit more advanced in age.
Wait, I think I've got it.
Any ideas on how we get his proposed marriage cut off?
I mean,
Well, this is kind of your bit.
yeah.
I'm crowdsourcing.
Garland Meach, son and heir of Elituama of Arturius Meach, the Duke of Melima.
Garland.
Garland Niche.
Arturius. Yeah. And it's Garland Meach is this
Is the son? Okay. Well, let's see. Well, taking murder as the last resort and working backwards from there.
I could challenge him to a duel for her.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, a man of honor would surely accept such a challenge and hopefully stick to the outcome of the challenge.
Maybe we should find out if he is a man of honor. Maybe we need to seek some information from around.
Yeah, I think we find. Well, first we try and find some board somewhere with a map of the city, or at least a guard who can tell us. You know, maybe we find a tavern that's close to the Archduke's residence, so we're at least handy for. I'm just thinking of practicalities
Maybe
here. I
we
mean,
trawl the market and try and find out some information about him from the common folk.
You
That
can
might
do,
be good
yeah.
information of his general guide and his
Right.
opinion about town.
If we go to a tavern, we can drink.
Hell yeah.
I was waiting for
Oh,
that.
there's Sunny's awake.
I think
okay,
we need a base of operations before we
Yeah.
do anything.
Let's go
so
drop off our stuff that we
Have
don't
an
have.
airship.
with us. I know,
You
but
do.
a land base.
The airship has landed.
All right, Mr. Technicalities. But we still need to. They're going to bring. They need to bring our stuff off the airship to wherever we're staying. So we might as well do that first and find out. You can go shopping.
I was going to stay on the airship with my stuff there.
That's fine. You can stay there. We'll come see you.
It does save money now that I think about it.
I suppose, yeah, just stay on the airship.
This is why.
Although, well, no, because then we have to get that stupid cart back in and out of town every time. Let's
Oh,
find a
yeah.
tavern.
Cart takes about an hour.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
not-
we're finding a tavern.
we'll find a tavern. Jordan, you may take the cart if you like. Yeah, I'll just grab the nearest person. Not grab, I mean, just,
How much stuff?
You grab by both shoulders this old woman.
Where's the tavern? Sorry, yes, no,
She slaps you in the face and runs away.
I would imagine so. Sorry. I gently tap someone on the shoulder and ask, "Excuse me, we're looking for some lodgings. Would you happen to know somewhere nearby where we would find such, a place?"
Yes, of course. What kind of budget do you have?
Comfortable.
Very good. Might I recommend the Sapphire Shield?
You may. Where's that?
It is just there on Broad Street, in the Noble Quarter. If you, and he gives you directions, you walk down this way and you wait until you see the little shield shop, and then you go left, and then you go right, and he gives you quite adequate directions.
Thank you very much. That's great. While we're sightseeing here, somebody said we should check out the Archduke of Melima's residence. I hear it's got some architecture. Just wanted to have a look. Really, do you know whereabouts that might be?
Yes, of course. I think you'll find the Duke's residence in the Noble Quarter. So if you go down this way, you turn down the street and left is a little shield shop. Go left is the right is the left. And you realize that by the directions, you reckon it's probably within 500 meters of where you're staying.
Okay, good, because I didn't follow that at all.
I love that accent.
Yeah, I'm trying. Is that Russian? Is it?
I don't know. We'll see what it gets to.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think everyone there is going to be speaking that way. I think I might try and check.
Vaguely Eastern European.
Ridiculous.
Sounds German to me.
Yeah. So, guys, this person says Noble Quarter, lodgings next to the Archduke for Valoran's stuff. Oh yeah, sorry, come back. Or Matt.
Yes?
Who did I get? I don't know.
You get the wrong guy. No, you get the same guy.
Okay. Sorry. One more thing I forgot to ask is my mage friend needs to the pavilion. Where would that be?
Oh, it's a
You
pavilion.
don't have to have a map, do you?
And he pats himself. Not on me. No, I
Okay,
live
just-
here, so I know
mean-
where things are.
Of course. I just thought you never know.
Yeah. I have the pavilion, the wizard pavilion, it's just down the street. If you go down the street and then you turn left at a little city, and you go left and then right, and then left and then right. It's about 2/3 of a mile away from where you're staying. It's near the Noble Quarter.
Right.
You get this. All the nice bits are in the same area of the city.
Okay, cool. Got it. Well, thank you very much. Sorry for having bothered you. Have a nice day.
Not at all. So you yep, he vanishes into the crowd.
Oh, okay. Well, bye. Yeah, I mean, we could go to the Sapphire Shield first and work that out, or
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
okay. We do.
So you walk down the street past the little shield shop. You turn left and then right,
right.
and you make your way, and eventually, fire shield. You recognize it by its wooden sign, which is simply a cut out of wood, a perfect circle of wood, which has been carved to look like a shield and painted in the center bright blue. You walk inside. I'll just point out. The area that you're in is just in a bit of a narrow alley. There's lots of grand-looking manors around you. Very few have any access to the street. Most of what you see are large, multi-story homes set back off the street on grounds, which are surrounded by walls. Your particular inn is just next to an ornamental garden. The inn itself is a large 2-story timber-framed building, and you can see several stained glass windows in the front. You open the lovely wooden door, all very intact, with iron studs in it and an iron handle. So you walk inside. Inside, you see 4 or 5 people. It's a decently sized inn. There's probably 6 or 7 tables, a bar at the back, a jolly fire, and it's all very clean and it smells very nice. And it would probably be a little jealous because her place was nice, but it was Baston nice, and this is Melima nice.
Nice.
Yes. Behind the bar, you see the innkeeper, who is a female human woman. She is probably 60 years old, and she has 1 arm. Her hair is tied up in a loose bun. It is silver gray. And she is merrily chatting to one of the patrons who's sitting with her there at the bar, who is a lady dwarf.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah?
We were looking for some lodgings, myself and these 3 others. I don't suppose you happen to have 4 individual rooms.
Well, let's see, will we? And she pulls out a big ledger from underneath, bound finely in leather, from underneath the bar. And she uses her good arm to flick the pages until she finds it, and she's sort of cross-referencing, and she's looking, and you can see her kind of thinking. And she says, how many of you are there?
4.
4. Okay. I have 2 rooms with 2 beds each.
Okay, that'll do. How much will that cost per night?
How many nights do you intend on staying?
At a minimum, 2 weeks, if possible.
Do you have 1 room with 1 bed in?
And
Here we go.
And she says, I do not, I am afraid. I only have the 2 rooms with 2 beds.
Listen, you can take the cart back to the ship if you want.
No, it's alright. I've got alternative plans.
Okay, alternative plans. It's going to transport itself to another dimension.
The rooms are 5 gold pieces a night.
Don't laugh, I am going to do that.
5 gold pieces?
Yes.
Sorry. Wow, homebrew prices are inflated.
I don't know if you looked around when you were coming down the street.
Yes. I
Like the normal area.
yeah.
Perhaps you'd like me to recommend something more in your budget.
No, I mean, our budget is fine, thank you. I'm just thinking of expenses and whatnot. I mean, I suppose it's all tax deductible. I just carry the 4 and yes, but I mean...
Is there a minimum stay?
1 night.
Let's book 1 night for now.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, well, yeah.
Very good. And she puts, is the name?
Dawnbringer.
Dawnbringer. First name?
Thaler the...
Sailor. Z.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
Sailor, you said? Sailor?
Yeah, sailor.
Yeah, T-H-E, sailor. Yeah, okay.
Yes, yeah. I can write it in dwarf if you like, I mean...
No, it's not necessary. And she produces 2 small keys. And she says, dinner and breakfast will be included. And you shall have 1 drink with your meal, which will also be included. Anything after that will be on your room tab.
That's fine. Do you have a BYOB policy guy over here?
Yes, that is fine. I have. You are paying for the room, so I have no problem with that.
God.
If you choose to check out of, and you come back and you do not have a room here, then I will have to ask you not to bring your beverages. But because you are paying to stay here, it is okay.
I'm sure that's fine. Sonny will deal with that himself. It's his thing.
Very good. Will you be dining with us this evening?
I
Can we
can't see
take
why
a look at a
not.
menu?
Yeah.
Yes. Tonight we have either roasted pheasant or steamed boar.
Oh, boar.
He likes a boar. It was the boar for the gentleman.
I see.
I forgot to mention, the special tonight is braised shrimps.
No, boar
shrimps.
for.
The boar, very good. Now that normally comes with poached eggs, but I can do it with dried peas or oat biscuits.
The poached eggs.
Poached eggs. Wow.
Very
Oh,
good.
God, I'm getting hungry now.
Mm.
I will
And would
take
you
the
like
boar as
cider,
well.
perry, brandy, port, wine, or beer?
Yes,
Yes.
please. Oh,
Did the same joke. Damn it.
Oh,
I'll
very
take,
good.
I'll take
Right.
the pork and eggs. And pork.
Port, yeah, and the eggs. Very good. Okay. That will you have that? When will it's as you know, you've been outside. It's afternoon now, so dinner will be served from 6. What time shall we put you down for your table?
Is 8 o'clock okay?
8 o'clock. It's just fine. Sam.
Thank you.
Dude,
how do we tell time?
there's a large clock.
Oh shit! I spent some time looking. I was looking at the stone.
How do we know
Well,
they got the
honestly-
clock time right?
How do you know you're gonna get the clock time right? The clock. Well, why
No,
do you ask? Do you say that as Thalar or as Valoran? Or Trevor or Valoran? Sorry.
yeah, I was saying that.
What?
It's Trevor. Okay.
Not
Nah,
saying it as me. Also, why am I? Oops, sorry. Oops. Why am I the one doing the sorting out? I don't even know what country we're in. I mean, I do now, but
Can I take a copy of your passport, sir? No. Do you have a credit card for the incidental?
just trust it to the.
Can I see proof of your travel insurance? Thank you.
Yes.
Right. So
I need to
she turns back and begins to speak to the female dwarf that was at the bar before you arrived. You now have 2 keys and are officially staying one night at the Sapphire Shield.
Cool. I assume we go up to our rooms and whatever.
You go up to your rooms. They are fine rooms, smaller, but with very comfortable beds, woolen mattresses stuffed with duvets stuffed with down, very nice soft pillows, lovely crisp sheets. It is a nice hotel room, really nice. Little soaps. I'm assuming Sunny just pockets. So you settle into your room. You have a little desk and every room has a window, and you look out onto the street and you can see that ornamental garden and the houses down this little narrow street, cobbled street.
Is there a dressing
I
gown
will-
I can wear?
There is a small dressing gown hung on the back door. There's 2 of them.
Is it like a mucky brown colour? Please, please, please.
No, it's white.
Ah. I was going for a Big
Is,
Lebowski moment.
Is there a
sorry.
10-foot space on the floor?
If you moved one of the beds, you could make it space.
Right, okay. And I will share with Valoran.
I will, I guess, share with
God.
Jordan.
Sonny's gonna be drunk and storing my face all night. Ugh.
Is there a toilet nearby?
There is one of those European communal toilets for down the hall.
Valoran will go relieve himself for a minute.
It's the detail in the role playing that I love.
It's really the devil's in the details on this.
Yeah.
Um,
It might come in handy later.
I think Sonny would like to go down to the bar and socialise.
So you head downstairs.
I've work to do.
We've got work to do. You call me back as I'm leaving.
We've
Oh,
got,
okay.
Well, we can go downstairs and discuss the work we have.
Yes. Let's do
We are
that.
meant to be also getting gossip and information.
That's
so,
exactly what I was heading for.
So what are you doing?
So we're going to head
Find
down.
a quiet cable.
So you head downstairs. There's only 4 people aside from you in bar, well, and the bartender. So 4 plus the bartender. You see a guy, a male human guy. He is over by the fire. He is drinking a beer and tucking into his braised shrimp. There is the female dwarf that is still chatting merrily with the bartender at the bar. There's a male elf who's leant up against the wall, reading what looks like a newspaper. And then there is another second female dwarf who's a little bit closer to the door. She's on the wall with her back up against the wall, and she is got a glass of wine in her hand, and she's just kind of watching the world go by.
You could get the innkeeper's name.
You did not ask for it, in fact.
I'm not.
Should we get the attention of the waiter?
What, the innkeeper?
Didn't you say there was a staff?
No.
He's drunk already.
Jesus Christ. Inspiration points all around.
In its tavern was better. They actually had staff.
Maybe
Look, this one has
job.
staff. She's just chatting. You could probably get her attention or go and talk to her.
A round of drinks, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
What would you like?
Ale for myself.
Ale, yes, very good. And she impressively pours an ale with just one arm.
Ooh. Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Thank you.
Is there anything else? Is the whole round is just one ale?
What's the local speciality?
We have very fine vine here. It's locally grown.
And tell me a little bit more about this. Who grows it? Where do you source it from?
There are a few vineyards here in Melima that we. I source mine from a small vineyard about 50 miles outside of town. It is produces a few bottles. I like the red wine personally, so I buy that. It has notes of red berries, some oaky. It's quite nice.
I'd like a bottle of that, please, to try.
Very, very good. And she puts that on the table.
You notice how he buys the expensive drink on my round.
What I will recommend for you to try, if you are a connoisseur of the finest things, as you seem to be, is the special the ice wine.
Ice wine.
The ice wine, yeah. So there's a man, a dwarf, and he lives high in the mountains on the Melima side, over not towards Dimeramos, but the other side, the northern side. And he has a compound, and there's some controversy around the ice vine because he's not very popular. He's a bit of a warlord, but either way, he makes very good ice vine, and he picks the grapes not when they are at the height of the bloom of summer, but special grapes that only grow in the winter, and he picks them then, and the flavor is more delicate, and the alcohol is much stronger.
I will have a little sip of that when I've finished my bottle of wine. Thank you very much.
I will
Right.
have a mead, please.
A mead for the gentleman, and she cracked open a bottle for you.
What was her name
Is there anything you'd like to know about the mead, or?
I just need something delicate and not too alcoholic.
Very good. There you are. You did not ask for her name.
What's your name, good lady?
I'm Argan. Argan.
Argan.
Yeah, Argan.
Could you tell us a little bit more about your lovely clientele tonight? We're interested in meeting new friends and acquaintances, networking.
Yeah, of course. Well, this is Gloinen, and she introduces you to the who has been chatting with her. She has
Gloinen?
messy what Gloinen.
Gloinen?
She has Gloinen.
Gloinen.
She has messy white hair and soft blue eyes. She's wearing plate mail and wields a glaive, which is strapped to her back. And she gives you a nod, and she shakes your hands and says, "Yes, that's me. I'm Gloinen."
Gloinen, may I ask what the armor and the glaive is required for? Is there some kind of danger we need to be aware of?
I keep myself in a dangerous line of work.
Tell me more.
I don't know if I
You
should.
don't sound local.
No, I'm not. I'm from a little further south towards Skenesaw.
Would perhaps joining us for a drink you tell us a little bit more about your business?
Never say no to a drink.
I'll
And she
get yourself a
turns to
glass.
Argan and that's right. 'Cause yeah. So she procures a glass.
I pour a glass of red.
Pour her a bottle of red. and she clinks your glass merrily, and begins to sip.
Salute. So yeah.
What brings you to Malima? You don't sound like you're from around here either.
We're tourists, I suppose you could call us. We've got ourselves an airship. We like to see the world, meet new people, drink, dine,
Sounds like a life.
trade here and there.
Anything interesting you like to trade in?
Oh, anything for a profit. Keep us to the life we're accustomed to.
It's interesting. Good to keep in mind.
So, I've shown you mine. You show me yours.
Good lord.
And she downs her drink and she says, "I think I'll need another."
You cut out then. I think I've.
She says, "I think I'll need another before we get to that."
So I pour another glass, and so meanwhile, tell me a little bit more about this armor and weapon
She says,
business.
"Well, I'm in town goods myself, and I hope you catch my drift when I tell you that the gentlemen that generally hire my services are ones for whom the fine things are quite important, but often not. There are often complications in their procurement, is perhaps the best way to put it."
Yes. I'm not.
She kind of gives you the eye.
Complications.
You picking up what she's putting down there, Sonny?
Yeah, I give her a wink back.
Yeah, she nods, satisfied.
Well, this took a turn.
Yeah, I tell her I've recently taken an interest in learning thieves' cant after what was the name of the lovely pub that keeps disappearing? Going through my notes.
The blind
The
eye.
blind
The
eye.
blind
Tavern.
eye. Yes. I tell her about my wonderful experiences of the blind eye, and
Yes, I know it well.
do you?
I do indeed. And she produces from her bosoms. It's quite central. A small silver coin, and you saw this. You remember, because I know Adam won't remember, but Sonny remembers, that you saw the similar coin, which was flashed by the Raven folk when they let you in the very first time, and it apparently demonstrates that you don't need the password to go inside.
And how does one get one of those?
Well, you have to become a member, of course.
Yes, this is what I'm struggling with.
I suppose the first step to becoming a member is getting inside.
Oh, I've been in a couple of times. There's both times it was by accident.
That's perhaps I meant the first step is getting inside on purpose.
Therein lies the challenge.
Well, my advice to you, kind monk, is don't think about running before you can walk.
Wise as you are beautiful.
She lifts her glass to you again.
So, we have some food arriving soon. Would you like to join us?
Well, I'll
Dine with
come
us?
and if you don't mind, I'll continue my wine, but I've already eaten dinner. But I'm glad to join you.
Okay. We have a little business to deal with, but once we've finished, I'll buy us another round and invite you
Shall
over.
I like me to wait here at the bar while you conduct your business?
Yes, thank you.
Very good. She
Lovely
turns-
meeting you.
Yeah, and you. And she starts chatting with Argan again. It's clear they know each other. And you head back over to your table. So it's just you four.
Okay. In case the others didn't hear, I relay what I've discovered about her and what line of business she was hinting at.
So is she a thief or is she a prostitute?
Just say those two a little bit louder, please. I couldn't quite. I'm not sure the other people in the bar heard you.
I make sure I whisper it.
Not sure all of Judd's ward heard that. Oh well. she'd be one to keep an eye on then, I imagine.
Yes, or may become useful at some
Anything
point.
relating to our immediate goals?
No, just
Okay.
a skill set that if we so require something purveying and we can't get our hands on it, she might be able to help.
Would you say her name was again? Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Jesus Christ, you people are the worst with names.
Hey, I write them down. Sometimes. Well, okay.
I spelled that wrong.
Oh wait, actually, did I write it down? Nope. Okay, well, so who else did we see apart from that then?
You see Gloinen at the bar.
Yep.
And then you see a guy. He's over by the fire. He's drinking his ale and eating his braised shrimps. You see the male elf who is over at a table just in the center of the room. He's reading a newspaper. And then you see another lady dwarf, and she has her back up to the wall and is got a beer and is just kind of taking it all in.
I'd like to approach the elf.
Okay. You walk up to the elf, and he sees you approach, and once he realizes you're coming over, he's kind of giving you a wary eye. He's not sure what you're on about.
Okay.
He's thin guy. He's got tangled golden hair and brown eyes, and he is wearing splint mail, and he's got a quarterstaff leant up against the table.
Okay. I'll switch to Elvish for this.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to meet you. I just noticed your staff. It's quite a nice staff you have there.
Thank you.
Why do you speak Elvish with a German accent too?
It's to indicate where they're from.
I know. I'm joking.
What other accent would elves have? Ponce, I suppose. But
Yeah, it would be.
Thank you.
God. Okay, German. Back to German. So, are you a spellcaster of some sort?
Indeed I am. I am a cleric.
B2. Where'd you go?
I'm from here. I'm from Ilitatawa. I'm from a small village. Small village just outside, close to the border. The northern border. With excuse me, with Kana.
Sorry?
With the country of Kana.
Kana. Right, I see. Right, yes. Well, do the clerics get kept busy around here?
I wouldn't know. I don't stay with the temple here. I'm traveling, says through Malima. But there's always work for people that need to do the right thing.
Well, yes. I mean, obviously, I'm aware as well. But I don't know. We've just arrived, and I've not heard any good, leads on anything at the moment. I don't suppose you've come across anything.
For what are you looking? Do you want some work as a cleric? But who do you worship? Who is your patron?
Sorry, Lathander.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
And yourself?
There is a temple to Lathander here in the city.
There isn't.
There is a very large one, in fact. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. Cleric of the Lathander. Anyway.
Sorry. I mean, this side of the country, or the world, rather. I'm not too familiar with. To be honest, I'm from a little backwater town, but. Well, we'll have to make sure to go say hi. In fact, I'm probably required to in some way.
I'm sure you'll be put to good use. They are always in need of people to help heal things and whatnot. I myself am a worshipper of Pelor, and there's always cause for the sun.
The sun. Yes, I know Pelor well. This isn't a real command, is it? No. Okay. You never know. Yeah. Okay. We have a bot. Yes. Well, of course. Without Pelor, what would we do?
This was shit chat.
I'm googling.
I'm picturing Thaler just like, yes, Pelor's the best, and like under the table with his iPhone, just like trying to frantically.
Yeah. Palar, no, that's Phalar. That's my name, Palar.
Autocorrect.
So if I spelled it wrong,
Taylor
Google
just
thought-
looks to Jordan. Quick, pause time.
Yeah, quick help.
Cast time stop. It's only 9th level.
He's got his. Taylor's got his giant like tome under his lap, just scrolling through pages really quick.
It looks really dodgy. Yeah. Oh well. Do you know what? Sorry, I've just realised I've got to go back to my friends. We're going to be late for our meeting.
Oh, so no, not to worry. It's nice to.
Yes, I'm sure we'll bump into you again at some point. Are you staying here long?
I will be in for at least a few days.
Ah, well, okay. We'll probably see you about then.
I hope so.
Goodbye.
And he goes back to his paper.
Guys, I didn't realize this. Apparently, sorry, bad cleric. Didn't know there was a temple here to Lathander. We can stay there for free, get put up. I'm trying to remember how that works, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I can just walk in. So
Now that we just paid extortionate rates for the rooms here,
well, for one night.
when we could have stayed on the free airship that we own.
Again, not
an hour
town.
away.
There's a free room in a temple that's going to be called Eleville.
Did I prepare silence? I did actually. I can cast it. No.
No, I will stay anywhere. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't stay in the room anymore. So
Sorry, I was actually flicking for a book this time because I've got Shelter of the Faithful and I can't remember if that means we get to stay there or if we just get healed there.
no, I think we're offered a room there.
I think I'm pretty sure me and my companions get to stay. So
I'll double. Don't worry, I'll double check on the thingy.
yeah. Oh, I wonder if that's a. Well, it might be. Let's try another command. Sorry. So yeah, Thalar goes back to his drink.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay.
That's a background feature, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, it's an acolyte feature, I think.
I'll grab it.
Yeah. So well, at least we've got our plans for tomorrow sorted out. We'll just pay for tonight. Have a nice.
It's like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean we've still got a lot of work to do. Still stuff we can do.
Also, we could just not stay here tonight.
Well, we already paid.
Oh, did we? Okay, damn.
Oh yeah.
You already
Okay.
paid, didn't you?
That's fine.
I mean-
We'll have one nice night. I mean, I doubt things at the temple will be as lavish as this, as long as we're all okay with that. No? Yes? Okay.
Sounds good to me. As long as they allow drink.
I don't stay in the room anymore, so it doesn't matter where I stay.
Okay, yeah, okay. And I'm sure Valoran and Sunny are used to average conditions anyway.
I mean, to be fair, none of us have to stay in the room anymore, if we wish.
Oh, that's true.
Provided we have somewhere, I've got stuff for that.
Well,
I'm
Fine.
terrified to be his roommate tonight.
yeah, I mean, he's going to transport you to another dimension.
That's what all the ladies say.
I was going to say that's a pickup line.
Maybe I'm a wizard. I'll take you to another dimension.
Technically, I believe it's more of an.
I need a
interdimensional
t-shirt with that on.
space.
That's what she said.
Hey, I'm gonna use that from now
that's-
on.
You and your adventuring companions can expect to receive free healing and care at a temple, shelter, or other established presence of your faith. So you
Okay.
must provide any material components for the spells.
That's how
Those who
it would
share your religion will support you at a modest lifestyle.
Okay, so Alex, can we take that for shelter then?
We're staying in, and we can stay tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I know. This is for tomorrow.
Have you got a new microphone, Judd?
No, I'm on my phone.
He's on his
'cause I'm
phone.
on the
I can say you sound
Doesn't-
really, really
It
different.
sounds much clearer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's good to know that I bought a special microphone just to play D&D and none of you like it.
I know. This is the thing.
I'm just enjoying your dulcet tones tonight.
Yeah. It could also be the very forceful enemy I received this afternoon.
Well, I mean that might do it.
Suddenly,
Yes,
That could've
please
cleared it
help.
up.
Yeah, help.
anything happens.
Next story.
Plot mechanism ex machina, please.
Right, what are you doing?
Well, we should at least eat our poached eggs
Oh
and
yes,
wild boar.
That's
your
6 hours
dinner
away.
is in in 4
that
hours.
dinner was 4 hours away.
All right. Well, that's my priority.
So Adam will use the wait action.
Right. Does that autosave on a wait?
You
What we
sit
need to do
there.
is we need to find a market space with,
Yes.
or at least a more cheaper area of town where we can possibly buy some information from one of the bars.
That's fine.
Spread
Good.
some of those coppers out into some poorer hands. Maybe find some beggars. Find out as much information we can and what the general opinion on Garland Meach is.
You take the lead then.
This is why
I
you're the
can't take the
leader.
lead. I'm a bit fucked. I'm trying not to talk rumour.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sorry. Sorry.
This is
I
why
keep
we're doing this
forgetting
and not
he's in
listening
the
to me talk to the
hospital.
pavilion.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that part. Yeah, let's go to the market.
Okay. You,
Also, you could
go
visit
back
the
the way
temple
you
and find
came.
out
You
what the
go
temple feels about him.
right and then left, and then past the little shield shop and down the street, and you find yourself back in the market.
I'd like to inquire if there's any notice boards anywhere of any work, stories, news stories.
Grab some side quests, you know.
Side quests.
Okay, so what are you're in the market. You're still in bus. What are you doing?
You there, boy?
Yes.
He says to the 16-year-old woman.
She slaps you and runs away. Same one that Taylor.
Friendly bunch around here.
Yes. Sorry,
Well, let's
Rewind,
try that again.
yeah.
You there, crone?
Oh god.
I'm a 16-year-old boy.
Yes, very good. Tell me where the nearest notice board is. Town crier, etc.
And he points at the clock tower.
That's a clock. I'm looking for a notice board.
Yeah, I know it's a clock. It's on the clock.
Getting off to a great start here.
The
Okay.
notice board is all the way on the clock.
No! Jesus! The
That's a high
Taylor!
climb.
Look, you
No, it's-
demented
go-
crone.
go
Talk
right.
properly.
Walk over to the clock. Don't climb it. Just stay on ground level, and you'll see a notice board.
You said climb.
Wait a
Okay,
minute.
we're going to climb the clock.
Taylor leaves and walks over to the clock tower.
I give the crone a coin.
Just as they leave, and then I'm following
The
behind.
boy takes your call.
I just take this boy aside and say, "I'm very sorry. I usually lead this motley crew, but I'm not feeling very well, and kind of letting them to their own devices to see what happens. I apologise very much."
Don't let it happen again.
Ooh, I heard that
Clearly,
sass.
they need me.
Yeah, that was sus. Okay, we go over to the billboard. Billboard.
The clock tower.
God, yeah. Like, what's on this board?
So you go to the clock tower,
Yes.
and true to his word, at the top of the clock tower is a clock. And
knew
you see a small notice board. Actually, it's not that small. It's probably 10 feet wide and 5 feet high. And it's covered in all kinds of notices. Missing persons notice. Lost cat shit. This is clearly where you go when you've got a flyer that you want, a wanted posters, all that kind of stuff, right?
Okay.
And you've got a few that you point out. You've got wanted, magical user, to help in small village, well turned black, inquire within. You've got missing, goat, very precious.
Oh god,
Ask-
it's Witcher.
Ask for Kator. You've got a notice about a a tribe of goblins trying to make peace with a nearby village that does not want to. You've got a story about, you've got another one saying that there is an army of rats killing everything in the sewers. Finally, you've got, hang on, I wrote it down.
Okay, this should be the one we pick because he wrote it down.
That's not where I put it. Stand by. Too many words.
Standing by.
He's got a Word document for it. This is the one that we need to take.
I say we go to the sewers.
I said a goat.
I did like the sound of the goat one too.
I bet the rats have eaten the goat.
Oh, they're all linked into a story.
It's all just one big.
And the last one is about a talking sheep.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
there
kind
you
of
go.
interested.
Yeah, I mean,
Does
So
anyone,
it's- so
does
the-
anyone
the-
here speak sheep?
yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Speak with creatures isn't a spell, is it?
There is genuinely a spell called Speak.
Oh, is there? Is there actually a speak with animals?
Speak with animals, yes, and I
It's
can
like
get it.
Oh, can you?
Whoops.
Yeah, I can get any spell in the game.
Oh, plants.
You can also
speak
speak with plants.
Yeah.
Wow. Also, they must have updated that box. It deleted all the options after. Okay. Cool. Oh, I can do. Oh no, I can't. Nature cleric.
You have to be much stronger to speak with plants.
Really?
I'm just curious at this point. What do plants have to say?
Very little.
Okay, so I'm totally up for. I immediately see that and take it off the notice board.
So it says, help needed in a small village nearby.
Is that all it gives us?
Sentient sheep. No one speaks sheep.
I mean, to be fair, if you were going to put up a notice about that, that's probably what you'd say is like, what?
It's our lucky day, boys.
Ask for Una.
Wait, hold on a sec. If the how do they know the sheep is sentient if they can't communicate with it? Is it point? Is it sign language? Is it pointing? Is it? Well, we have to go find out. Speak to who? Sorry.
Maybe we
Una.
should ask Una and find out.
Yeah, I really think we should go speak to Una. A village nearby. Do we have how far away would this village?
On the
be?
back of the
Maybe
notice
this is
is
a
a
tomorrow
helpful
job.
map. And it looks like it's about 3 hours walking, or you could rent a cart or whatnot.
Or take an airship.
We can't take the airship, it'll take like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Zip. Okay. Well, maybe we should save this for tomorrow or a day where we're not, already in the late evening.
It's 4:30.
Okay.
Yeah, but a 3-hour journey.
Yeah. What was it on horse?
No, I'm not
ride?
saying do it today. I'm just saying it's not late evening.
No, sorry. I meant as in by the time it was done, it would definitely have taken up our day. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, that would take up a bunch of our evening. Which
Does
Yeah.
the sheep not talk in the dark?
what?
That's a very important
No
question.
mention of
I'm
that.
sorry.
There was no time relation on this. It doesn't say the sheep only talks during the day.
Oh, okay. I was like, how much medication have you had?
Quite a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can imagine the nurses walking in there and be like,
I know. I was gonna say,
What?
How
Does
often
the
are
sheep
you?
talk?
Just the sheep not talking the night. Let's get a psych consult down here. Okay. Let's go. Let's just do it. We're gonna miss our dinner reservations though. It's fine. We'll eat.
it's fine.
Really
It was
not- we're not
free
going today,
anyway.
though. I was just arguing against the point that we going there at night would be bad.
Right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Let's stay and try and do the job we've come for.
Yes, I think so. Although we will do the sheep before.
Although, yeah, we can look at the sheep thing.
See, I think it's gonna take longer than a day to complete what we came here for.
No. I mean, we're gonna go stay at the temple tomorrow. We're fine. Sunny is the talkative one. Go talk to someone. No, that'll be a no.
Sunny is drunk.
Sunny is drunk, or has once again lost audio.
Alex, how far away is the temple? Is there a town map around? Or could we
Near
see
the
temple?
notice board is a rough town map, and you can see that the temple is it's not as close as the Wizard Pavilion was. It's probably 2.5 miles away, so it'd take an hour or so to walk there, maybe a little longer. No, about an hour.
My audio
Okay,
cut
lad,
out
do you
for
wanna
about a
go
minute.
speak-
What have I missed?
Do you want to speak
It's
to
okay.
the not being clever?
Are we
Yeah,
getting to that
I'll-
village?
Do you want to
no.
Do you want to speak to the temple, Valar, and
I'll-
try and
yeah.
get some information about Garland?
I will go to the
See
temple.
what kind of information they keep about him.
Yeah. Fine. I can.
Yeah,
go.
that's fine. Let's go to the temple. I'll go with you.
You go with me. Okay.
Is there a beggar around? Can I see any beggars?
Yeah, I mean, you're in the market. There's a few people that
If there's one just off to the side, I will go stop.
There is one just off to the side. It is a female halfling. She is very smelly.
Sounds like my ex.
Rough.
Boom, roasted.
I will throw a silver into a cup. Does she have a cup bottom?
She does not. It bounces off her head. Ow! What
Well,
the
I wouldn't-
fuck?
I wouldn't throw it if I didn't see a cup.
Oh.
You said it. You did it.
You
said
already
it, you
tossed
did it. Yeah.
I also said I threw it at a cup, but there wasn't a cup. I would know if there was a cup there. Though.
Well.
You threw it expecting there to be a cup.
You thought you saw a cup, but it was actually a minor illusion, played by I don't know,
Thalar.
some errant
Thalar.
Thalar. Just to fuck with you.
Was the minor illusion on her head?
Yes.
Yes. Oh God. Talk to the beggar.
My apologies there, love. For some
She
reason, it
just
looked
quickly
like there was
scoops
a
up
cup
the
on your
silver
head.
and sticks it in her rags.
And I'll just take a smell and I'll go. Sorry, but that smell is a bit awful. Do you mind if I? Are you afraid of magic?
That depends on what you're gonna do.
It'll cause you no harm at all. I'll just cast prestidigitation, and clean him up a little bit.
So you get 1 cubic foot of clean.
Just-
Where are you aiming?
Just like the main body, center mass.
Center mass. Okay.
Yeah, just like the front of a shirt is fine.
It does not help the smell.
Ah, okay.
You should have went a little bit lower.
In that case, I will cast prestidigitation just around my nose to create a harmless sense of smell.
I like
Something
that.
that
Yeah,
smells
there you
better.
go. You
That'll work better.
you now smell nothing but crisp winter air.
And I'll say I'm looking for information if I can, please.
She's like looking at her now impeccably clean stomach. Well, yeah.
That didn't work as well as
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. What do you want?
Have you lived here long? Have you been here long?
I've been here a few months.
Would you say you know the city well?
I know it well enough. You gotta learn.
I'll throw another silver in.
She dodges this one and picks it up off the ground. What would you like to know, sir?
I need information on a man named Garland Meach. Have you ever heard of him?
Oh, I surely do, but what would you want with Garland Meach?
I'm just lucky. I've got a business deal coming up with him. I just want to know what kind of person he is.
Oh, well, are you just get into town?
Yeah, I'm from a long way away.
Yeah, well, I can tell. I'm sorry to tell you, sir, but I think your business deal's gonna go south
Why is that?
because Garland Meach has been dead for a month.
Interesting.
He was
How did
he
he
was
die?
he was killed by rebels. They put his body across the main entrance to his father's house with the manifesto nailed into his chest. It was just awful.
Dum dum dum.
Well, our job's done.
Yeah, I was gonna say quest done. Well, now we just need to investigate.
No, is she not going to marry the father then? Sorry, this is an out of character
What?
question.
Sorry.
No, I don't think. I think the father is married, and right, Alex.
You don't know what the marital status of the father is, but you do know that Valinetta was betrothed to the son.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
No,
that doesn't.
What did you know about him before then?
He was not well loved. He was a
What
bit of
kind of
a
man was?
he's a bit of a cad. He was awful violent towards women in particular, and he hoot and hollered all around town, and he was very unkind. You won't find many people speaking well of him, even though he's dead.
That's a shame. I would have liked to honour my business arrangement, but I don't think I would have done business with a man such as that.
No, I don't blame you. He's gone, I'm afraid, and I'm sure you could speak to a retainer of his or a business contact that could help, but I don't know anything about that.
Okay, just one sec.
Well, I mean, if he's dead, we can maybe the good way to get your betrothal, Valoran, would be to investigate his death.
Yeah, I'm interested though, Alex, out of character.
Hmm?
Did the betrothal happen like after his death? Because
No. You remember, Valoran remembers from the party that you had in your at the end of your time in Baston, that Valinetta had pulled Valoran aside and said that this had been arranged some time ago and then was put on hold once they thought she was going to die. And then now that she's not going to die and everything's okay, they said, "Oh, we'll put it back on." But it seems to have been clear that word just hadn't gotten there. It's been about a month since that party, actually, so it would have been around the same time. But since then, since you've left and come, either word hasn't managed to make it all the way back to Baston, or it just hadn't materialized.
Yeah, we don't have advanced telecommunications or anything, so
No,
Yeah,
it
no,
would have been
yeah,
it would have been snail mail.
yeah.
I was just wondering if maybe like if someone was trying and Malima was trying to like act as Garland Meach.
You don't know. Jordan
Yeah.
could ask the lady, but if she says he's been dead for a month, then I would make the assumption that no one's hallucinating.
Okay. Well, yeah, if she
Well,
knows,
at least not in the city of Malima. I can't guarantee someone in a different city doesn't pretend to be a guy called Garland Meach, but where he's from, he's dead.
Okay, well,
Man, that ruins what I was gonna propose to do.
Was it kill him?
No, actually, I had a great idea that Alex, I'm sure you didn't even expect. So I don't know if
So
you
put it under your
remember.
little hat. Use it another time.
gonna say, yeah, don't give away your secrets.
No, it's literally not going to be able to be used again.
Oh, okay.
It was a while back. You sent everyone like rumors or knowledge,
Oh yeah.
and one of them was like the war between Sook and Plostry was ended with an arranged marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna try to figure out if Malima was at war with anyone nearby
Oh.
and see about getting a marriage arranged with them to end that war.
You were gonna like
Instead.
play the whole world. In
That
your little-
is. I would applaud Valoran if he was a
Like,
statecraft.
that was going to be like if I found the option, I was going to ask if there's any country neighboring that Malima's at war with, or if they're not on equal terms with, and that it would be better.
Yeah.
But now it's all gone.
You want to play a D&D version of Civilization? Right. Well, he did.
All right, cool.
Okay, well, I guess I'm not that sorry to hear that then. Seems that I was dealing with the wrong type of person anyway. Is there anyone who is well respected in the city? Like any of the nobles?
Well, the Duke is he's a bit. There's a reason there's a rebellion on. Not everyone loves him or his methods. And he doesn't like competition.
There's a rebellion.
So there are nobles in Ilatatawa, of course. We have a rich royalty, and the king, of course, is in the palace.
That's the homeland. That's the country in it, Ilatatawa.
That's right.
Is it? Sorry, I just can't check my phone maps and everything.
That's okay. Yeah, that's the country. The king is in the palace. That's here in Malima, in the capital. But otherwise, you won't find any money. city. You'll find some captains of industry and whatnot down in the market district. But that's about it.
Is this manifesto of the bandits available?
It was removed pretty sharpish, but I think if you went to some of the undercurrents of the town, you might find someone that made a.
Okay.
Is there anything else, sir?
No, you've been very helpful. Thank you. You seem to have stopped me making a grave mistake. Well, the death has, but if I'd have gone to his father with the same deal, I would have been quite upset to have my wares sold to put my name against that. So thank you, and I will give her a gold coin.
And she says, "Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. If you ever need anything, you just call on Bonnie."
Bonnie?
That's me. I'm Bonnie.
Nice to meet you, Bonnie.
Hi.
That's me. Cool.
Okay. Have a good day.
And you, sir. And you, sir.
You get information, boys.
Yeah. This is why we need Jordan. Oh, sorry. This is why we need Judd.
Yeah, I feel like if Jordan wasn't with us, we would not have accomplished anything so far.
I think that's a development area for all of you.
Yeah, Thaler doesn't know what countries he's in. Sonny's
See,
drunk.
but what you should use this is a learning experience. So while I'm being quiet in the future, you can practice these skills that you're learning from me.
Very true. This is very true. Well, that's one mission on hold for now. I suppose we can deal with that. I'd still
Right,
like
let's
to...
go find this talking sheep.
I feel like that's going to take a while.
Well, I mean, you just shout his name and he'll understand. I mean,
You only knew it.
that's my plan. You don't know. I might know.
We might get fleeced though, so we need to be careful.
Like it.
God, where to go from that?
Right into the bin.
You know best.
The only other thing I can think of would be go to the temple
Yeah,
with Thalar, but
I mean,
sure what we get there.
well, we could just go ask about what's been happening with this. I mean, I'm assuming we are going to look into what happened to this guy, at least a little bit.
We should probably find out more about the rebellion, and we need.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
And
See,
probably if I'm a cleric of Lathander, we walk into a Lathander temple, they're going to talk to me. So,
Sounds like a good idea.
yeah, we head to the temple.
Okay, so you walk through the center of town. You make it takes about an hour. Sun's yeah, it's still it's going down. It's almost 5:30 or so, and it's winter, so it's getting pretty dark. And you come across a temple to Lathander, and it is true to its word, pretty fucking big. It takes up a whole city block, and you see the symbol of Lathander, which is the the Wivelly road thing.
It's the sunset and the road going into the sunset.
Surely it's the dawn.
Yeah, sorry. Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
Have you considered multi-class? So you,
Have you considered killing this character and getting one you can kill?
I have. Yes. Yes. The road going into the dawn.
So you see this enormous temple, and you see the symbol of Lathander over the doorway, wrought in bronze. It's huge, and the columns of this giant temple that it sits. It looks rather like the Parthenon. The columns of this giant temple are at least 100 feet high and 20 feet wide, and it's massive. It's very impressive.
Well, this is certainly a lot grander than where I did my service.
Dominus.
God. I can almost hear it now. Sorry. Okay, well, we enter.
Yeah, you walk in. It's like coming home for Thalar. because the sounds and the sights, and most importantly the smells of the incense and the rituals, it all brings it back, and you are instantly at ease. And you walk through the temple and are you see other clerics and worshippers. You can see some people that are just praying in little alcoves with different iterations of Lathander, different statues and different poses for different purposes, as you know from your studies. You know, different iterations of Lathander have different properties and different purposes to pray to them. And then you come into the main chamber and you see at the opposite corner a very old half-orc woman in quite fine vestments. She seems to be of some import. You know from your studies, of course, that she carries a high title, whatever your religion's equivalent of like a bishop would be. And she's talking to some younger acolytes and gesturing just quietly.
Okay. Well, Thalar is definitely thinking both two thoughts at once. Firstly, I should have worn my good robes. And secondly, just an inward smile that he's managed to drag Jordan. Actually, did Jordan come? I'm gonna just assume Jordan came with us, and that I managed.
I probably would have been staying at the thing.
I was gonna be so happy that I managed to force you into a temple. Okay.
I mean, did you wait around the beggar thing?
Yes.
I'll probably have come there.
Okay, cool. So yes, inwardly.
Shaft.
Sonny's definitely there. He's like Two Flower from the Terry Pratchett movies. He's just taking sketches.
Cool.
Enjoying the view.
Yes, an elite cleric of Lathander is called a Dawn Master.
So that's it. So you note the robes of the Dawn Master.
I will go up to the Dawn Master and say, Dawn Master, my name is Thalar, the Dawn Bringer.
And she looks at you, and she radiates grandmother. It is very reassuring.
Guys, I'm not leaving this place. I'm staying.
And she's got sharp blue eyes with a glint behind them, and short, straight gray hair.
Okay.
And she puts a hand on your shoulder, and she says, Thalar Dawnbringer, you are welcome in our temple.
Thank you, Reverend Dawn Master. I have brought my friends. We're currently adventuring through, and I must admit I didn't realize such a grand temple was here. I don't know this part well, but we were hoping that you might, in the coming week or so, be able to give us some shelter.
All children of light may find rest here.
Thank you, my Dawn Master.
She gives a weary old lady.
Not yet.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Dawn Master. Is there anything that I should do is there anything I can do while I'm here? I mean,
how tall is Thalar, by the way?
4'6". Yeah.
Okay.
No, sorry, 4'5".
Okay, so she's only about a head higher than you.
Okay.
She's like 5'3", which is tiny for a half orc, but she is very old. She is stacked.
Okay.
Like, not out of any kind of use, but she's got a big build.
She's had some downtime, been doing some crunches.
And her skin is a soft green color, and her tusks are thin and small and very sharp looking. And she says, work is always needed here at the temple. We serve our God as thanks for each blessed day. If you would like to remain here with us, we will ask you to help serve him.
Of course, I'd be happy to. Obviously, to my friends, I have duties as well, but I would be more than happy to help as I can.
She smiles and she says, service is the rent you pay for being alive.
How right you are, Dawn Master. Well, thank you for your time. I just wanted to ask, of course, we're a bit troubled by the matter with the name on the sheet.
Garland Meach.
Yes.
You people and your names.
I've never been good with names. I do have it here. We're troubled by the matter we've heard of regarding Garland Meach. I assume you're aware.
Indeed, it's terrible. Terrible.
Now, what is this? Now, we're new to this land, so what is this rebellion?
There are some who feel the only way to get what they want is through violence and murder. It is a terrible blow. We are all creatures under Lathander's light, and each of us has a life to live, no matter how far we stray from the path. There have been reports of increasing incursions, and many people come here for healing after such matters, and we are happy to have them. I pray that a peaceful resolution will be found, but politics is far from my mind.
I understand. Well, is there any information on where? I mean, does this rebellion work openly within the city, or are they?
Oh, no, no. They strike from the shadows.
Very cowardly.
There is no shadow which cannot be illuminated, my son.
Agreed. Well, I think me and my friends would like to help with such a thing, but I cannot see how we can find these shadows when they are but shadows.
It is beyond my ken. I am a simple and humble servant of Lathander. I know nothing of rebellions.
Who would be the best one to talk to, Lord Master?
You shall have to talk to Mentha. She is one of our acolytes, and is more active in the community than I. I will introduce you. She is an elven woman.
Okay. Well, that would be very nice of you, and again, I apologize for taking so much of your time.
Yes, no, not at all. Not at all. You are quite welcome. Please speak to Mentha when we bring her to you later, and she will arrange your lodging. Well.
Very well. We've secured lodgings for tonight, but we shall return tomorrow if all is well.
Very good. Very good. Then we shall see you on the morrow.
Okay. Until then, thank you, Don Master.
She gives you a short bow. It doesn't look like she could bow much.
Okay. Well, I bow back and retreat from her presence.
As you head back to the party, you notice that it's just a little bit colder now that you're further away from her.
I've not felt that in a long time. Oh god, what a weird thing to say coming from grandma. You know what I mean. Well, I miss that warm embrace. Lads, I think we're safe to go for now. We will get more information, but probably tomorrow.
They're all gone.
Lads, right. Hell, fuck off. I mean, I know it's a temple, but damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they fell asleep. This is Thalar's wheelhouse, and everybody else fell asleep.
Yep, that's
okay. The temple scene is over.
Okay, Starwipe. Okay, what's next? Where are you going? What are you doing?
So, is it too late to find out more details about this talking sheep? We need to go all the way to the village, don't we, for that? So
you would need to get to the village and call upon Una before you would probably get a lot of information on that. But what you logically deduce, is that it must be of some concern for someone to walk all the way to the capital to post a billboard and then walk all the way back.
Yeah.
And for our DM to write it down.
Wow.
And for your DM to write it down, but that's metagaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it in my life, so I'm interested in that.
I'm still confused as to why they think it's talking.
Never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like
that's a
it.
good
I've
reference,
never seen anything like it in my life.
That one.
Push me, pull you.
That goes past my head.
Dr. Doolittle, 1968.
Classic.
definitely past my head.
Whew, yeah, way past mine.
Rex Harrison, classic. Guy talks to animals. It's a whole movie about a guy that talks to animals.
I mean, I get the concept. Well,
Eddie Murphy was in a terrible remake in 1990.
that's the one I've probably
Don't.
seen.
Oh wait, I've
mention
seen
it.
that one.
I bet you have.
Uh,
Not the one with Rex Harrison, but you know, when you're from Georgia.
oh,
Oh, shots called.
wow.
It was not that bad of a film.
Oh,
The sequel.
Eddie
was-
Murphy. Eddie
No,
Murphy's pretty good.
That's a confusing bit about having a phone and thing. Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
I don't think there is anything else.
Okay. Oh, there it is. The push me, pull you. Classic. Okay. Well, in that case, you head back to your tavern, and you enjoy a lovely dinner of boar and poached eggs and your drink of choice. And then you retire up to your chambers, and I imagine Judd's got something for the end of this.
Yeah. Sounds like I'm on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah.
I'm not sure why I was singled out for this.
Once we've got
Yeah, you're in the room with him. Me and Sunny have just laid down on the bed.
once we've got
Hello.
dinner.
Separate beds, man.
Is Valoran drunk?
No.
Just,
No, he is not.
I'm wondering why that matters.
No. Do you snore?
I don't know. I'm asleep.
Fuck's sake.
No, you know what? I like Valoran. I'll risk it. I won't do anything.
No, I'm kind of interested now. Do it.
No, sorry. All right, fine. Well, I'll
Taylor,
just I'll
Taylor.
explain to Valoran. One
I
thing
need
that
to.
can
We
do
need to
for when-
move a. We need to move a bed anyway. So you need me to help you move the bed.
I can move a bed, mate. I'm a
Yeah,
wizard.
Thaler and Sunny are very concerned by the shouting of "Do it" and the bed moving.
They share a knowing look.
Yeah.
Have you found the talking sheep?
I'll take 11 minutes.
Oh God!
Well done, sir.
My hat
tiny
is.
hut.
Yeah, you create a tiny hut.
Right, only I am allowed in it, and I will go inside and sleep there.
Aww.
Wait. So what do I do with the
Oh,
other bed?
Valoran just watches as a hut magically springs up in the center of your hotel room, and you enter in and shut the door behind you, and now he's just in a bed, pressed up against the wall, also against the wall of this tiny, tiny hut.
It's a dome of force, but yes.
Oh, I see. An opaque dome of force, I imagine?
Yeah.
So you're sleeping on the floor?
Yeah.
In your
What?
dome of force?
Yeah.
Confusing.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
take the
I'm
blankets
gonna
off the
sleep
bed.
on. No, I'm gonna keep the blankets on my bed.
I thought he said hat for a second. I was like, wow.
Tiny hat. Leonid's tiny hat.
Yeah.
And he just like walks on through, or, like jumps through the hat into another dimension.
I thought it was just a magician's hat, but okay. Well,
Okay. You
Alright, so
all
that,
go to
Valoran.
bed.
Yes,
Yeah, I have
we
a
do.
bed and a pillow and covers.
Not much breathing room, but yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody sleeps.
It's a small
And
boat.
you take a long rest. And nothing happens.
Good.
Hi, tiny hunt. Ooh.
Wait, hold on. Oh, damn. Okay, I wanted to see Leoman. Oh, sorry, speak with City or something there. Okay.
Speak with
well-
City is also a spell.
So you can fit 9 creatures in there, but you elect to make it just yours.
Yes, for today.
Oh, very good. Very good.
It's for everybody to use when we're out adventuring, so to say.
Valoran will remember that.
Well, there we go. A hut in a house.
Also, I wasn't going to cast it until he started yelling, do it, do it, do it.
Well, I was curious because you had like brought it up to here, and I was excited, and then you said no, never mind.
Yeah, that's how you shut down a night out. Are we stopping here, or are we going to keep going?
No, it's 10. I think we'll bring it to a close.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just wondering before we went any further.
Think about your choices.
in life.
In general, and we'll, with everyone's assent, do it again, same time, normal time, Sunday.
That's
Cool.
fine. Yeah, I'll be here.
Yeah, I should definitely be back.
I need to
Good.
finish by 11 on Sunday. That's all.
Oh God, we're gonna finish. We never
We
finish.
we never go that late.
But
Okay.
noted.
Thank you.
Right.
We regularly go that late.
That's true. Actually, we do run over.
Don't shit on my dreams, Jed.
Don't shit on my dream. Don't shit on my dream.
I like it when we go that late. I'm not a problem with it.
I know. I see stories online sometimes, like, yeah, we had a 16-hour sesh,
That's the dream.
Cool.
and I'm
That would
like,
actually,
They
that would be
plan, like,
awesome.
They plan 16-hour weekend sessions with like food and everything. They don't just like have a.
No,
3-hour
I know. They don't
session,
just
like,
sit down and sit on Discord for 16 hours.
It's gone
Um,
15 hours over. Nobody knows.
Oh shit, it's the next morning, guys.
7 o'clock.
Take a long rest.
Yeah, that's just a lot of writing.
Oh God, yeah, I can imagine.
Right,
Okay. Well, Sunday then.
take a
One week.
easy. Get well soon, Jed. Enjoy
Yeah,
your
get well soon.
enemas.
My resting recuperate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get a long rest then.
I will cast a healing word from here.
Talk to y'all on Sunday.
Anyway, for
See you on Sunday.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Y'all.